Welcome back, y'all. It's Bianca woke up late, and geez, I woke up late for this one. Dave Chappelle is in hot water right now, and we kind of expected it. Like every time he drops a special, bro, he gets in trouble with the same community. He will not let up right now. He will not let up, and we're not surprised. Like we all seen what cancel culture is, and that's what I want to get into today. What it is, what it's not, and to be honest, I feel like it's really not what it seems. So let's just talk about it. I've said it before, like LGBTQ community cancellation is like the most effective out there because honestly, they move as a unit. So they get their efforts looked at because of the fact that they move as a unit, and they have a lot of white men in that community. So they have a lot of money as well. And that's what you call power. Like in reality, anybody can be canceled because any group that decides that they've been offended can effectively decide to cancel somebody, But that doesn't mean that that person actually disappears. Like they're just canceled, whatever that means. But I feel like the real truth behind cancellation is that money is what increases the effect of a cancellation, right? Cancellation really is just tuning someone out, and when you use money, you can get other people outside of your community to also tune that person out, right? Like for example, right? Tory Lanez, I don't listen to him at all because of the situation, obviously with Megan Thee Stallion, blah blah blah. I don't listen to him at all. So he will never get any of my money. But I've done that personally. That's my personal cancellation. To me, he's effectively canceled, right? But I would need all people in my community, black people or black women, to all come together and move in unison and say, hey, we're not listening to this joker no more, right? But if that doesn't happen, then my cancellation doesn't really have a great effect. I feel like the black community in reality should, based on our love for Aaliyah, like if nothing else, right? If nothing else, based on our love for Aaliyah, we should cancel R. Kelly, right? But because there's no large solidarity in the larger movement to do so, R. Kelly cancellation is basically ineffective. And that's part of the power that the LGBT community has, is that when they cancel someone, the entire community cancels that person, right? For the most part, yeah, there'll be some outliers, but it's so loud and it's so effective that it gets done. Everyone hears about it. And that is where being on code comes into play. Trans people and their allies, their solid allies, are on code. It doesn't matter what it is. If someone just feels offended, everybody's behind them, right? And they will sit there and they will slow down the bag for anybody. And yeah, I say slow down the bag because they can't actually stop the bag. Again, because cancellation means tuning out, meaning that the noise is still gonna be there. Like you can't actually get rid of someone and make them disappear. I mean, you can't, but you can't really do that. You know what I'm saying? So for example, Chick-fil-A, well-known LGBT, anti-LGBTQ business, right? Well, the LGBT community has decided to cancel them, and they do not support Chick-fil-A. Like, you won't really find too many LGBTQ people buying Chick-fil-A. And now, Chick-fil-A has anti-LGBTQ attached to them. Like, it's attached to them. So whenever they try to work with other businesses, for example, an airport recently decided to get Chick-fil-A out of, not even include Chick-fil-A in the new airport because they were like, well, our airport is inclusive. So if we add Chick-fil-A, that goes literally directly against what we are saying that we are. So we can't include Chick-fil-A. And that's really what happens, is that once a community cancels a person or a business, the profits are now capped because that community no longer supports you. You cannot tap that stream for any type of income, right? For example, Tory Lanez can't get money from me. R. Kelly can't get money from me. Like that. So like if all Black women said that, then that would be a sector of the world that they can't tap as far as income, right? In the case of like the baby and the things that he said, where he basically said offensive things to people with autoimmunodeficiency syndrome and gay people or gay men, it got him canceled. So while his diehard supporters, right, they're gonna show up to his concert. They're still gonna show up to his concert. So it's not that he's canceled for them. They're still supporters. But the businesses that were formerly attached to the baby, those businesses still rely on LGBTQ funds and support. So they have decided to detach from the baby in order to not lose that stream of income. You have to decide, is it worth losing an entire community or multiple communities, right, in support of someone specific? And that's what really happens. It's not that someone gets canceled and they just disappear from everywhere. No, it's just that a community that feels offended will no longer support you, and then you lose, your profits are capped. It's weird because like being canceled right now is like what boycotting used to be, where you actually showed up and showed your cancellation. And right now people don't really go outside for various reasons. But the internet is basically where you get canceled, whatever that means, right? But the weirdest thing now is that now it's becoming, people are trying to do like a domino effect cancellation, where like if you stand next to somebody that's been canceled by the internet, now you're canceled too, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, well, I get it, but like it only should really apply in certain cases, right? It should really only apply in certain cases. For R. Kelly, for example, his friends canceled. You gotta cancel those guys. You got to cancel those people. Like, what? But like, for me, for example, if Dave Chappelle decided to throw a impromptu comedy set, it's 30 degrees outside, it's in a park, I'ma go. I'ma go to the concert. I'ma go to it. I like Dave Chappelle. I think he's funny. But should I now be canceled because I want to see a comedy show from a comedian that I like? I don't think so. Should I be canceled for watching the Chappelle Show, which I grew up on? I don't think so. Like, I shouldn't be domino effect cancellation just for standing next to somebody. And just because I support someone doesn't mean I agree with everything that they say. And that's the problem that we're getting on the internet right now with cancel culture, is that we're literally expecting perfection. We're expecting perfect humans. But newsflash, perfect humans do not exist. There still needs to be corrections. So if someone makes a mistake, we should be helping them correct it, right? But we don't get to be judge, jury, and executioner. Like, you can't do all those things. If someone doesn't want to believe in what you believe, you have to leave them alone and tune them out. That doesn't mean you kill them off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting really, really bad right now with the whole cancellation thing. And it's just not cool right now. It's just not cool right now. So basically all I'm saying is the trans community has canceled Dave Chappelle, and some members of the LGBT community has canceled Dave Chappelle. Netflix hasn't canceled Dave Chappelle, and you don't have to cancel Dave Chappelle. Really, what cancel culture really is people shouting loudly their own choice not to support someone. Do they need to do that in groups? Do they need to move as a unit? That's for each individual to really decide. Do they need to go as a unit against something that they don't like or they disagree with? And that's really all that it is. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. It's Bianca woke up late, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace.